Hello everyone, and welcome to the November 2024 Energetic Insights. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Depika Mystery, and I'm an intuitive guide, energy healer, coach, and a consultant. And for over 5 years now, I've been sharing these insights on a month-by-month basis. And it's really geared up for those of you that are becoming more and more consciously aware of your intuitive and energetic abilities and are looking for some practical guidance to help you to navigate your way through. So if that sounds like you, welcome, you're here at the right place. Before I dive into the announcements and the energies this month, just a quick thing. There is a lot of banging, soaring and drilling that is going on. It feels like two of my neighbors today have decided to do some work on the property. So I do apologize, but the show must go on. Right, so the first announcement that I have is those of you that are looking for some additional guidance, insights, and wondering why you are where you are, what's to come, whatever has happened, then you can book yourself in for a one-to-one energetic guidance, which is the intuitive reading, and that is 45 minutes long. And this also includes a little mini healing clearing as well in that. So check that out. That's all available online. And then if you're looking to go deeper into your healing journey, your awakening journey, your self-mastery, or even if you're just wanting to strengthen your energetic and intuitive abilities, then I do offer a 3-month and a 12-month energy healing and coaching program. So if you're interested in that, please do just go ahead to my website, into the contact section and send me a message and I'll get back to you. And then the second announcement that I have is I have an offer running for Black Friday this month, and it's from the 8th of November to the 28th of November, and that is on the meditations. So they're digital products online, so it's anumi.com shop. Have a look. There's a selection of meditations that have been recorded and done as part of the energetic alignment sessions, so you can check that out, and whatever tickles your fancy, you can go ahead and purchase and enjoy. Right, that's enough of the announcements. Let's dive into the energies for this month. So I just want to say I almost didn't record these insights, and I was going to wait till the end of the day to record them, because of all the banging and all the noise that is going on at the moment. Then I got this message from a really good friend of mine, Ines. She basically says, don't wait for the perfect calm. And I'm just like, how perfect is that message for everything that we are going to be experiencing this month? And and what I was doing in that moment was that I was waiting for the perfect time to record this. And to be honest, if I waited, I would have lost half of the day. So I think there's a message in that for all of us. It doesn't matter what is going on at the moment. There is going to be a lot of chaos this month. There isn't, you can't wait for the perfect time. There won't be a perfect calm. So you just have to go for it and maneuver through it and trust yourself that all will be okay, and it will. Right. Let's dive into what I've got down here for the insights and the energies this month. So there is this massive big change energy that we will be experiencing this month. There will be this great sense of expansion into the new, and with that will also come this sense of contraction into the old. And it's not one or the other. I think many of us are going to be feeling both of them. It's both and I think that's the key thing. So we can still be really expanding, at the same time feeling parts of ourselves contracting. And so just be patient with yourself. There is this great amazing sense of liberation. So when you're in the flow of that liberated energy, flow with it. Let it take you however far it wants to take you, and enjoy it and really rejoice that journey and that ride. So this liberated energy, I think many of us will find that we've been held back to a certain degree, or we couldn't move forward with what we wanted to move forward. All of that is going to be released this month. There is this huge sense of full force forward momentum, and it comes up in one of the themes this month. And I'm telling you, it is absolutely crazy, but it's really cool. So with this full force momentum and the energies this month, many of us are probably going to need a bit more time to rest, to have some quiet time, because our bodies, our minds, our energetic system and our emotional system will be going through this massive recalibration. And again, I will share why we'll be going through that because of the themes and the energies that's going to be coming in. this month. I think many of us will also be feeling this sense of overwhelm, the sense of losing our minds, freaking out, a sense of destabilization. And what the guides were saying is that you can hum. Like humming helps to soothe the nervous system, and if that doesn't work, you can look at somatic practices or even the cold plunge. That's come from me basically, but the cold plunge is amazing, and it just really helps soothe your nervous system, and it really helps soothe the mind. So yeah, there's going to be a mix of different energies this month, and for those of us that are feeling this liberated energy and this liberation energy, oh my goodness, so much more things are going to become clearer. There's such a greater sense of clarity in the direction of travel. And I know I have been feeling this just towards the end of last week and end of October. I'm just like, whoa, okay, this is the path that I'm meant to be on. This is what I'm being meant to be doing. This is what I've been waiting for. And it's like, boom, fast forward, and it's done with ease, and it's felt with ease. And everything is with this sense of expansion and ease and a deeper sense of knowing. And I will come to it there's so much about this that has come up in the insights this month. Also, many of us, whether it doesn't matter who you are, where you are on your journey, we are all awakening to a whole new level of consciousness. So our psychic senses are going to continue to open up and expand. There's another boost of new light frequencies that's coming in, and the veils are just, I'm not sure if we're going to have any veils anymore. They are just so thin and getting thinner and thinner and thinner. So, you know, we're going to be feeling so many things and experiencing so many things. There is both. There's the sense of excitement and the sense of fear, and we get to choose what we kind of want to experience and want to travel along. So yeah, let's dive into the first message that I got from the guides. And yeah, so the guides go: big change energies are upon us. We come from near and far, across galaxies known and unknown, to assist in the shift in evolutionary consciousness. It may seem that times are darker, yet the light shines brighter and bigger than ever before. As shadows come into the light, the old must die, so that the new can be born. For us all, this is no small feat, yet is possible, as it's happening now in this moment. So yeah, I think that's kind of self-explanatory, and I think that we're going to get more guidance, more support. I think many of us are going to be feeling our guides more, and that's why I think our psychic senses are expanding. So I think we're moving. This shift is, and I'll speak a bit more about it because it's one of the themes this month, is that there is this great shift that is happening, and we can choose where we want to stay, whether we stay in what we've got and we're comfortable in, or actually take the opportunity to make that shift, to make that jump. So yeah, it's very, 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 very exciting. Before I dive into theme 1 for this month, let's do a quick recap of the energies and the themes from October. And the 4 key themes from October were: in between space, body keeps the score, open-hearted feminine, and freedom awaits you. And I just want to kind of add here that open-hearted feminine, we did a group meditation on that last month, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, was that powerful. So if you were inclined to it, or you feel a resonance with it, go check it out on my website. It's available to purchase through the shop. So, and then I've got a description on there, so that might be something that you are interested in. Okay, let's dive into the first theme for this month. Oh gosh, the first theme is called Crumbling and Tumbling, which probably sounds familiar to you. I'm going to start off with a message that's come from the guides, and the guides go: every ending is a new beginning. Don't hold on, as it's time to let go. Let it fall, let it crumble, let it tumble. Trust that the phoenix will rise. Through the ashes, you will create. As you come back home to yourself, your true self, the part of you that knows your wholeness, from within. A new journey awaits you. This time you must feel your way through. You are not alone. Now more than ever, you are guided. Full force forward momentum. So yeah, this theme is so powerful, and it's linked to theme number 1 from the September Insights, which is called Step Change Energies. And we basically, I said in that insights that on the 2nd of November we will be experiencing this crumbling and tumbling sensation, and so we are very much in it at the moment. So for many of us it may seem that everything is falling apart around us and crumbling and tumbling, and no matter how hard we try to hold on to, we just can't hold on to it. And if we do try to hold on to it, like I mentioned in the September Insights, it will feel like we're burning our hands. So again, the guides are kind of reminding us to let go, let it fall, let it crumble, let it tumble. And I think this is such a powerful message. Trust that the phoenix will rise. Through the ashes you will create. So I think that is such a beautiful and profound message, and a reminder for all of us. No matter what is going on at the moment, the phoenix will rise and we will create from the ashes. So the other part of it, because there is this sense that something new is also emerging, and I think that's where we are feeling that sense of excitement. We know something new is emerging, we know it and we want it, and this is something that we have been waiting for. And yet there is still also fear with seeing all the destruction of the crumbling and the tumbling. And the guys are here kind of saying that to remind us that we are creative creatures. And they've literally written here, and I've had to star it, says creativity is not mind made but feeling led. So creativity is not mind made but feeling led. And I think this is the key thing about this. If we try to figure out using our minds, okay, what do we do next, it's almost like we'll stunt that creativity energy. And that creative energy is so powerful this month, and there's so many opportunities to create anew this month. And the only way to create it is through our felt senses. And oftentimes we don't want to feel, because to feel we have to kind of feel all the stuff that we have not felt in the past. So we have to do our own clearing and we have to do our own healing. That's why we avoid the feeling. But those of us that have been on this journey, have been working on ourselves, have been feeling our emotions, moving through all our emotions, this will feel very liberating. And so the more that we can drop into our felt senses, the more we will be propelled forward. And it's not just propelled forward energetically, it's propelled forward in a tangible way. So again, going back to those of us that have done a lot of work energetically, especially over the last year, and where things have just been kind of, no matter whatever we tried, nothing kind of materialized, everything kind of falls through the gap. This month, a lot of things are going to start to become more tangible, and they're going to start to become more, they're going to kind of, it's almost like the sense I'm getting is like a crossing over from the energetics to the physical world. And as soon as that goes and you're in alignment, there's going to be this sense of snowball effect. So that's why I think it's this full force forward momentum. It's really powerful momentum, and it's exciting, it's joyful, there's a playfulness. It's almost like I see this image of and it's not this image I'm seeing, but I'm shown an image that I got in one of my own sessions with my meta therapist, and it was one of the waves kind of coming up. And I'm going to go back to the movie Moana. I mean, you guys, I just love that movie, completely love it. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but there is a purpose to this. So, the way that the wave picks Moana up, it was, the image that I got was almost like this beautiful blue, really beautiful blue water picking me up. And this was my inner child that looked like Moana a little bit. And she's about 2, and she's like on the top of the wave going, charge, go forward, with so much joy, so much excitement, knowing that as soon as the wave ends and she falls, she knows another wave's going to catch her and bring her back up to the top. So there was this sense of playfulness with so much trust. And I think if we can stay in that energy, we're going to be riding these incredible waves. and then we're going to be seeing some incredible tangible results that come out at the back of that. So yeah, it's really, 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 really fun. However, those of you that have a tendency to look back or hold on to the past, you're going to find that you're going to find yourself being trapped underneath the rubble. So if you're feeling that you're trapped underneath the rubble, you need to shift your perspective, because you're looking back, you're looking at the old, and maybe there's some peace that you need to make with the old before you move forward. So just kind of sit with that and kind of acknowledge where you're at the moment, knowing that, okay, I'm sitting with the old at the moment, I'm trapped under the rubble, but I can rise like a phoenix. I can rise like a phoenix. So it's just that kind of reminder. Some of us may just stay under the rubble, because I'm also seeing two really distinct frequencies that are playing at the moment that we can choose, so whether we stay stuck underneath the rubble or kind of rise above it. And it will be normal to feel a sense of resistance. So if you are feeling any form of resistance, it is the key that there's aspects of yourself or parts of yourself that's still yet to integrate in. And I think we will each have a little bit of this. I was just talking to Ines again this morning, and she's gonna kill me for mentioning her name so many times on this insight. I lost my trail of thought because I could just imagine her killing me. So anyway, where we haven't integrated aspects and parts of ourselves, it's because there's a part of us that's still in fear. There's parts of us that are still attached to the old, and there's parts of ourselves that doesn't quite yet trust the unknown, or it's still a little bit wounded by its life experiences, its trauma. So it's a great opportunity to stand still and just have a look at the different aspects and the different parts of yourself that are still wanting and waiting to kind of integrate. And as you do this integration, the more forward and faster you will move going forward. And then for some of you, if you are feeling just completely and utterly shocked to the system, there's probably a lot of grieving that still needs to you still need to go through and process your emotions. And as these old emotions clear, your path also becomes clearer. All right. Let's move on to the second theme for this month. And the second theme this month is called the shift. And the guides go: the shifting of times, minds and hearts are upon us now. It shall be felt across the stars. The unfolding begins in a heartbeat. Some will choose to stay. Some will choose to go. Some will choose to change. The shift is in consciousness, power, perspective, and in the energies of masculine and feminine. The shift is within us all. So, like many of the messages this month, I feel this message is on many, many different levels. So I feel it's on the cosmic level, it's on the collective level, and it's in the individual level. So you can translate that and assign meaning to it on all three levels. We will feel it on all three levels this month. But I think what the guides are also reminding us, that even though we are feeling it on the cosmic level or the collective level, the key is to go within ourselves and do the actual work on an individual level. What is showing up for us in that moment? And they're saying it is a time to kind of go inwards. And they say it's time to see your power. So this is the thing, if you're too focused on the cosmic stuff or whatever's going on in the collective, you lose sight of the power that you hold and you have, that's within you. So, and there's what I'm just getting now is like, we have an opportunity to really step into our power and really connect with our power that we didn't even know that was there, because we have been so focused on how we should show up, how we should live our lives, how we should do this, how we should do that. And then in those moments, we lose sight of the power that's already residing within us and listening to that guidance. So I think there's a really deep connection with I'm seeing the solar plexus, so it's your empowerment center there as well. So many of us are going to feel empowered to become more of ourselves. It's also going inwards. It's an opportunity to raise our consciousness. It's also an opportunity to adjust our perspectives, and also this is key, because I think last month there was a huge theme around the feminine energies. You know, as we go in, it's an opportunity to also balance out our masculine and feminine energy, especially when they're out of sync and out of whack. And I think for some of us, it is a little bit still out of whack, but once they're beautifully in balance, it just allows us to move freely as well. And the guides are saying, you know what to do. So yeah, again, it's another message around trust. And what I was shown with the shift, and it is a shift, and they show me the image of a car. Those of you that know me know that I love cars, and I don't like automatic cars. I like cars that have got a manual stick. So yeah, so what they were saying with this is that if you're struggling, or if you're feeling your ride is a little bit bumpy or jerky, that remember that you have gears in your car, and you probably need to change your gear. So you either need to go down a gear or go up a gear. And oftentimes it does get really jerky and bumpy when we're trying to speed up and we are still in second gear, and actually we need to be in fifth gear to then accelerate and go forward, or we are in fifth gear and oh my goodness, the car is taking so long to speed up and we want to speed up faster. Therefore, we need to knock it back into third gear before we knock it back up to fifth gear. There we go. There's my geek mode of the car stuff coming out. And what the guys are saying is that this is the hard part, which is remembering that you have gears. This is a part that takes effort, because you're going to have to put effort into changing the gears. You're going to have to put effort into recognizing, oh crap, I'm in the wrong gear. I need to change gear. And the hard part of this is to not get caught up in the victim consciousness, to know that you have the power to change your gear, right? Remember, you have the power to change your gear. This is all about empowering you and reminding you of the power that resides within you. And then for some of us that are where we're in the right gear and we are flowing, oh, I'm just getting something else right now. So even if we are, like I've got 6 gears in the car and we can be in gear 6, and at a certain point there is a beautiful kind of acceleration that you can do once you get to a certain miles per hour. I'm not going to say which miles per hour, and then it kind of is a beautiful acceleration there in 6th gear. There's this guidance that it will just feel like it's flowing and it's at ease, and that is in autopilot. So you will continue to go faster, faster, faster and faster and faster. So this full force forward momentum will increase. If you're in the right gear, you don't have to do anything. It will just be automatic. Up until then, we'll just be shifting gears, and there's nothing wrong in shifting gears. And sometimes it is we've gone too fast for the gear, or we're going too slow for the gear as well. So that's why we need to shift it. So yeah, and again, the trick is to go inwards. And and I think many of us have forgotten that we need to change the gears, we need to shift the gears, is because we have been driving automatic cars. Not me, I drive a manual car. But anyway, so this is a really, really good opportunity to really align to our calling. The shift is kind of saying, hey, yeah, we've got you covered. You can really come here and do and be the calling that you come here to be and do. So it's on an energetic level, a mental level, an emotional level, and a physical level. And I think what the guides are also saying about this, that each and every one of us is responsible for our own shift. And as we shift, the collective shifts. As the collective shifts, the cosmic shifts. And it works the other way around as well, but it really starts with us first. And there's something else I really wanted to share here, and I think this is really profound. It's just a personal story. So a couple of weeks ago, I was having a session with my mentor, and there were some really positive things that come out. And then I go, fingers crossed. And she goes, but why fingers crossed, Depika? Why fingers crossed? Do you not believe that it's going to happen? Do you not believe it? And I'm just like, oh, no, I don't. So that was such an interesting thing. And, we had this whole conversation about how when we say fingers crossed, or fingers crossed I go on holiday next week, or fingers crossed this happens, fingers crossed that happens. When we're saying that, that's just something that we say, and we got used to saying that. But actually, energetically, we're saying we don't really believe that what we want or what we're desiring can come into fruition. It's almost like crossed fingers. And so this is not my words, this is my mentor's words, which is what I'm going to say next. And after that conversation, I think last week she had her own download, and she came to my next session, in my next mentoring session, and she was like, I have 4 words: what if, what is. And we have a choice. So we can either operate from a place of what if, or we can operate from a place of what is. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, that just blew my mind. And I think the what if is the old operating system, and the what is a new operating system, and we can choose. And I'll tell you one thing, I was so aware of this last week, that when I was writing a message and to somebody, and I was sharing something, and then I went, but if that doesn't work, then I will. And then I'm just like, oh, why would I even say that? Why would I put that out? Delete, 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 delete. So it's just so fascinating how we are conditioned that way. And it takes us a moment to kind of say, do I really want to put that out there energetically? And I think I mentioned this in the last month, that things are manifesting really, really fast. So whatever we put our attention and our focus to, it happens in an instant. So you get to choose. What are you going to choose? What if or what is? The choice is yours. All right, let's move on to the third theme. So theme 3 is called the new light, and their guides go: shooting stars will light up the skies, flashing through the colors of the rainbow. There will be a stillness in the air as we all come together in awe, a tingling through your bodies, a warmth in your heart, a blinding of senses as the new is born. A new day shall rise, a new light shall shine, a new human shall awaken, a new path shall form. Destiny lies in our hands to create. So, once again, I think that this message has many, many, many layers to it. I feel that it's giving us guidance to what we may experience this month in terms of the big change energies. And specifically, I'm getting the 25th to the 28th. Maybe we will see some shooting stars, maybe we'll see some solar flares, maybe we will see the auroras again. So I just feel that there's something really huge that is happening, and that's the guidance that we're getting. And it does really feel like there's this new light frequency that is hitting the planet really, really, really strongly this month. And yeah, and I, like I said, I think it may be in the sense of the solar flares. So some of us will feel extra tired this month, so make sure that you are resting, taking sleep, taking time for a break, taking time for a nap. All of this will help recalibrate your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body. There is just so, and your mental body as well. There's just so much going on. And for some of us with these new light frequencies, you know, we will be feeling a little bit extra sensitive, especially around any unhealed, unprocessed wounding and trauma. But again, this is an opportunity for that to be cleared at another level. Again, it's another opportunity to have more space to allow new light codes to kind of come in and activate the dormant parts of us. And I'm just seeing there's so much of us in our human forms, and I think this is why I like that a new human shall awaken. And that to me is telling me, oh gosh, I've got goosebumps as I'm saying this. That to me is telling me that there's parts of ourselves that have been lying dormant, and that we need these light frequencies to activate us, to awaken us. And I think it is linked to our senses, a new sense kind of coming online. So I think the line that says a blinding of senses as a new is born. So it's almost like our 5 senses is kind of taken offline for a moment as this new sense that or the 6th sense, the 7th sense, whatever it is, kind of comes online. So if you unpick this message, there is so much depth and so much meaning in it. And yeah, so you can take it line by line and to depict it as well. And I'd love to hear what you think that it means as well. But it is a great opportunity. All of this is a great opportunity to shift our gears. So like I said about the shift, it is shifting that gears, and the light will help us to see where we are stuck in the wrong gear, and then kind of move us, propel us forward. And it's fast. None of this is slow. This is super, 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 super fast. And I think that's why we will feel that overwhelm and that tiredness and like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind sensation, because the energies are super fast. So this is another funny thing. So the other way that I kind of saw this new light kind of emanating through us is like, imagine, I don't know whether you're a child of the 90s or the 80s or something like that. Back in those days, we had glow in the dark stars that you can stick up on your ceiling. So when you switched off the light, the stars will glow. So I was taken back to that image, and because I definitely had glow in the dark stars, it was the best thing about my bedroom as a teenager. But what I was shown was that us as humans will be glowing like those glow in the dark stars. So that is going to be really fascinating to see how that kind of transpires this month and what that actually means. And maybe some of us will maybe be more of a feeling that we will feel that people are glowing, or we can see that people are glowing because we have another ability to see that glow from through others and from other people emitting that. So that's going to be really interesting. And then some of us will see and feel our shadows a little bit more intensely, especially where we have been fighting our shadows, and more in particularly been projecting our shadows onto other people. All of that is going to be brought up to surface. Again, this is not a bad thing. It's just an opportunity to clear it and allow more light to kind of come in. So with the new light, and I think the adjustments that we're going to be experiencing with this new light coming into our senses, many of our senses are going to be enhanced. So we may be seeing and experiencing our guides, angels, past loved ones way more clearly. So maybe some of us may experience them with our physical senses, so our eyes, our ears, rather than, the mind's eye, how many of us do kind of experience it. But I also I do know there are some people that can see spirits walking around as if they were everyday normal people. So maybe more of us will have those kind of experiences. There's also this sense of enhancements and expansion into our senses around mythical creatures as well, like fairies and unicorns, and then also to other extraterrestrial beings, beings from other dimensions, and all of that. So I think all of this is coming, and our senses are going to be adjusting. So I don't think everyone will see everything. I think it depends on who you are and what soul contract you have and what you're here to do. You will experience whatever you need to experience, or whatever you have signed up on a soul contract level. So no freaking out. you have designed this life on such an incredible level, and that whatever you need and whatever is meant for you will come to you, and you will experience what you need to experience. And in those moments, you just need to make the choices of where you choose to act from, whether it's love or fear. So yeah, and just want to say that it's going to be around the 25th and the 28th. I think it's those 3 days, 28th. Is it 3 days? It's that 4-day period, 25th to the 28th of November, where I feel that we will be experiencing this new light theme the strongest. So let's move on to the fourth and final theme for this month. And the theme is called, gosh, I had a couple of different names for this theme, but I'm going to term it right now the 4 C's, which stands for creativity, collaboration, community, and connection. And the guides go: it is time to color outside the boxes, remembering your creative nature. As the old crumbles and tumbles, the boxes will be no more. Creativity ignites joy that was once lost, ushering waves of hope, humility, and humanity. Remembering our collaborative nature, we honor our oneness, connection to all that is, all that shall ever be. A new community is born and is here to thrive. So, Once again, I do feel that this message has many different layers of meaning, and it's really supporting us and guiding us of what's to come with these big change energies. So let's start off, and I feel that creativity, collaboration, community is all kind of joined up with connection. It's all about connection. So if we look at creativity, you know, we are all creative beings. It's our natural state of being. We have just forgotten. And if you think about it, how we are living in this world where we get ready-made food, where we can purchase so many things that we don't have to make them anymore. And therefore we've lost that connection with our creativity. So this is about going within ourselves and reconnecting with our creativity that resides within us. We have a creative center within us. So you can think about it as, you know, if you look at chefs, they have a blank canvas. They may just have the raw ingredients, but they haven't got a ready-made meal. They have to make the meal, and that's a creative process, right? Then if you think about artists, they start off with a blank canvas, and then they have the paints, and then they create. We can all do that. This month it's about connecting with that creative part of you. So maybe try and do something that is creative to enhance that and bring that forward. We can create something and everything from nothing. That is who we are. That's what we can do. We have simply forgotten, or we live in a world that makes us forget as well. So that is so important, and that creativity will really help us to connect back in with ourselves as well. So this is the first kind of level, that creativity, using the creativity to come back home to ourselves. And then, you know, with this stuff, with the creativity, it then moves into collaboration, knowing that we don't need to do everything by ourselves, that we can collaborate, and when we collaborate, it is a win-win. And this may be challenging for some of us, especially those of us that are on this competitive edge, and constantly comparing themselves to themselves, or the past version of themselves, or to a future version of themselves, or to other people and the world around them. So if you've got this, then you've probably got this competitive energy, which is not fully in alignment with this collaborative energy. Competitive energy is I win, you lose. So there's always going to be a winner, and there's always going to be a loser. And because if you are the winner, then your worth is higher up than the worth of someone that is a loser. So this, to me, if you're feeling that competitive energy, then it is about going inwards and having a look at your self-worth, and where does that self-worth come from, and doing the inner work around that, so the self-worth comes from within you. Because when we collaborate, it's a win-win, like it helps us all out. And then the collaboration leads to community, and even the collaboration leads to connection with another, which then leads to community, which leads to even bigger connection. So more now than ever, I think we are seeking community, you know, yet we deny it to ourselves as well. So I think what I'm seeing as well, and a lot in my work with my private clients, is that many of us are suffering in silence. There's a deep sense of loneliness, and I think many of us are seeking this deeper level of connection, one with ourselves, one with collaborations, whether that's think about it as our partners, our family members, and then even greater than that, which is wider in our community. So it's both, so this is something that, it's both an inside job, and it's something that you need to do on the outside as well. So I think it's going to be both and again. So I think this is really powerful. And remember, the connection sits in creativity, collaboration, and community, and it joins all of that up. And really, this is about connecting deeper within ourselves. So it's a very powerful theme, and I feel that this is our new operating system in how we navigate the big change energies, and how we navigate and create this new world that we are stepping into right now. So thank you all for watching this month's insight. If you have enjoyed watching this, as always, please do go ahead and share it with your loved ones, your families, your friends, your colleagues. Leave a comment below, give us a thumbs up, and then if you haven't already subscribed, please do go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This just helps helps attract more people that need to hear this message, and I would love your help to do that. So please do make sure you're sharing and commenting and making sure that you have subscribed. And then if you are looking for some additional support this month, I am running the group energy, what's it called again? I've totally forgotten. The group healing sessions, which is the energetic alignment session, and that's taking place on Sunday. I think it's the 17th of November at our usual time, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time. And the theme this month is called the New Light. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very powerful month. Make sure that you are grounding, make sure that you're resting, and allow yourself to be more in the energy of play and joy. It will allow things to move and allow you to navigate these big change energies with a lot more ease. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next month. Bye for now.